as an individual, from personal experience, when you see people coming up with creative ideas, like you see people brainstorming and people are coming up with fantastic ideas, and then you are just there. I'm sure there are people like that out there. You feel, yeah, that you don't always come up with something innovative or something fantastic or an idea. You see people coming up with fantastic ideas, and then you are just there. You're just there. So for someone out there like that, what advice can you give them?
Okay, I will advise the person to be persistent with critical thinking, because there are times I've been in a situation whereby we have to strategize in publicizing an event, and then I was just there on my table for 2 hours, nothing is coming through. But I will still believe that I'm still going to find a way around this thing to actually get a working strategy towards achieving my desired outcome. So for someone who isn't getting this kind of, who isn't
like the person is having this
yes
block. You can't just
this
think
block
of something
great, right?
Yes.
So what I will advise you to do is that just persist in thinking. Believe that okay, you can do this thing. For instance, now you can stay for 5 hours still thinking. When you believe it, when you stretch yourself, then you start becoming that thing. You can't just say that okay, after thinking for like let's say 2 hours or 1 hour or 30 minutes, I think I'm a dullard. No, nobody is a dullard. Yeah, we just have to stretch until we start becoming that which we want.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So you've heard what Mr. Joshua said. You need to be persistent and you need to keep, thinking and brainstorming on ideas. Mr. Alfie, would you like to add to what Mr. Joshua said?
Okay. To me, I think we should start believing that we don't have to manufacture something new. I don't know if you get. So if you're at a particular spot, you're trying to create an innovative idea and it's not forthcoming, don't kill yourself. Nothing is new under the sun. You can look at what other persons are doing and begin to get ideas from them. And two, you can also get to understand yourself, the kind of person that you are. If you're not the kind of person that is bringing up new ideas, it might be that your own personality is to push people into doing that work. I don't know if you get. There are people who have this idea, but at the beginning stage they have that energy. But after a while, that energy die down, they cannot continue. Your own superpower might be that when everybody is already getting tired, that's when you're just starting. So you can run with another person's vision. You don't necessarily need to start a vision. But if you see a vision that you can buy into, and you have that energy that you can push it, it can be the person's push. Both of you can come up with an agreement and find a way to work together, and you just be the powerhouse supplying that person the strength. You get. That's why you need to understand partnership, because two people doing the same thing cannot partner together. Let's say I make ice cream, for example. I cannot partner with another person that make ice cream. If we are both making ice cream, who will sell the ice cream? So I can partner with someone who sells ice cream or who know how to sell. So when I'm making, you're selling. Yeah. So if I'm the kind of person that I cannot create innovative ideas, but I have the power to push someone who creates innovative idea, why not look for someone who has a bright idea, partner with that person and begin to fuel that person. We are co-founders. Nobody will know who is doing who, and nobody will know who is not doing. I'm your strength when it comes to pushing you to do exploit. You are my strength when it comes to creating new ideas.
So, I like what you said. Knowing yourself and what you can do.
Exactly.
So you may you may not be able to come up with creative idea, but you can be the push to someone's creative idea. Thank you very much, Mr. Humphrey. So another question I want to ask is that there are some persons that the reason why they shut that creative side of them because of maybe criticism from bad comments from people. Maybe when you come up with an idea and then they tell you, I beg, go and sit down, that kind of thing, like your idea is trash, and because of that they don't want to keep trying. They just they say my idea is trash, so let me just keep quiet. So what do you have to say to that kind of person? Like, what advice will you give to such person?
Okay, if you have been told that, okay, let's say for instance, I think I've been in this kind of situation.
Okay.
Yes. I was trying to come up with kind of program or a plan. Yeah, so I told some persons and they were just like, no, you cannot do this, don't do it like this, don't do it. So I was kind of discouraged.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I will advise that kind of person to first of all not to let his or her emotion interfere with whatever that person is saying. Now, when you are being told that, okay, what you are doing cannot work, cannot fly, now you have to be objective. Okay, what this person is saying, is it true? How? Because we are intelligent, we are all intelligent.
Yeah.
You get? Now you have to be objective about it. Okay, what this person is telling me, is it true? Is it totally true, or is it partly true? From which angle is it speaking from? Now, how does it apply to me? One thing I noticed then was that, okay, this person did not actually understand my ulterior motive, my plan. Yeah, why I'm actually embarking on this thing. He's just seeing it at the surface level. So I admitted that and I kind of sieved it, asked other persons, what do you think about this? What do you think about it? Then from that advice or from that counsel, then I now decide. I didn't let my emotions interfere, because if you let your emotions interfere, you might not be able to do something great, because that criticism may even push you to even adjust your strategies to be better, or may kind of tell you that, okay, this thing you are doing, can't you just abandon it or go into this, or can't you just improve it in this particular manner or way. So you need to understand which angle that person is actually speaking from. If the person it's let's say we have people who hate you, but no, not everyone hates you. So yes, so just understand from an objective point where the person is speaking from, and then use this stuff to adjust your strategies, and then you can either decide, okay, am I pushing forward, am I abandoning this stuff? Yeah, it's not necessary that you have to go, you just have to continue with it, even when you know that from everything I've heard so far, it cannot work. However, to answer your question, that criticisms, now, is it constructive or destructive? Now, we have constructive criticism, yes, and it's not for you to see if that criticism is constructive or destructive.
But you know that some persons do not know how to make it constructive. Like, they can just easily tell you something that's going to, spark your emotions, and you just be like, okay, I'm not going to be talking again. I'm not going to come up. I'm not going to tell anyone about my idea. Like, I'm just going to be there because of the way the person
Speaks.
They said it. You understand? So
okay. I think I now get the angle from which you are speaking from. There's something we call emotional intelligence. Yeah, why speaking to people? I think people who are not emotionally intelligent, although what they are saying,
emotionally intelligent,
yes, what they are saying might be true. Yeah, they might just tell you, you are just wasting your time, just dump this stuff. Are you, instead of it to be doing this, and you'll be like, oh, this guy is just a very bad guy. What they are telling you is true, but they are not presenting it well. I think you need to stay away from those kind of persons, because even when you are now doing something, I won't say totally stay away, but because of future, yes, go to someone who understands how human psychology works, who is emotionally intelligent enough to handle situations, to give advice. You get? Because we might still get other ideas, and then we need someone to develop it, because nobody's an island of knowledge.
Knowledge. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. Please, if you know you've stopped being creative or you shut yourself because of someone's comment, it's time for you to work on your emotions and be able to accept criticism as they come. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. Mr. Humphrey, would you like to say anything?
The truth is, whatever you do, there's always one person at least that will criticize your idea, no matter how good you are. So no, in fact, there's something I say. When you want to do something, let's say in your cabinet or in your circle, you should have people who got your back, people who are your friends. Then you should have people who maybe are against you. Then you should also have those who do not have a ground. Reason being that those who are your friends, they've got your back. Those who are against you will criticize you and push you to do your best because you're always trying to be ahead of them. Then those who are neutral will always take information from your side to the other side and from the other side to your side, so you're like an informant to you. So even if you have a sadist around, in fact, if you feel that this person's energy, because energy is important, the kind of energy you get can actually affect your own energy and it destroys you. So you feel like, okay, this person's energy is not working for me, I don't see any reason why you should be in connection with that person. But when in the digital age, you can post anything on your social media and you start seeing some negative comment. So if you have the time to go through all of them and learn from them, then you can do it. But if you don't want to, you can just shut it off. But then that does not mean that if you're doing something stupid and someone is trying to correct you, that you should not take advice.
You should not shut yourself.
But the thing is, you always be criticized. There's this story I like to tell my people, is that there was an apprentice. So his an artist and his apprentice. So the artist apprenticeship student was about ending. So the final project was draw a portrait of a particular person, post it at a particular junction, right under. If you see any error, circle it. The guy posted it in the morning. When he came back in the evening, he could not see the portrait. It was different color of ink circling everything. The guy was devastated. Then the boss, when he got to the boss said, okay, draw the same thing just the way it was, post it on that junction, and right under, if you see any mistake, correct it. The guy posted it there. The first day there was no ink, the second day there was no ink, the third day there was no ink. The boss now said, the lesson from this is that not everybody that correcting you actually know the best, but you can look into whatever criticism you are getting and see if it's if you evaluate it, if it is something that will help you, take it. But if it's not something that will help you, just let it fly. You get? So you don't have to kill yourself over it.
I personally have learned a lot, and I believe you too must have learned a lot from this episode. So I want you to do a quick exercise for me. Just go to front of the mirror, look at your reflection, and say to yourself, I am capable of being creative. Yes. So do well to follow us on our social media platform on Facebook at IDEEA, and stay inspired, stay creative, and I will catch you in our next video. For now, bye.